Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic Knights of the Fallen Empire Edition. Now, when we left off, we had just gained the mission to head to the Alliance War Room for an additional meeting. And, of course, we have Inflicting Comfort to complete as well by speaking to Dr. Ogorob, and, yes, to find a Findsman is, of course, about finding Yoon. And so, let us head down, and we will be hopefully activating the elevator sometime, because it is apparently very laggy around here, as there is a lot of people in the surrounding environment. So, let us head in and see what Theron and Lana have for us.
What is all this?
It's your first official speech as Alliance Commander.
I'll have to thank everyone for their vote of confidence.
There was no vote, no meetings, no debates. It's simply the way it is. The way it's been since the day you arrived. Everyone knows it, it's just official now.
I thought you hated titles.
I hate having one, but I do love granting them. They're looking to you to guide them to greatness as only you can. Take them there.
You began with nothing. Now, you stand inside the base you have built. The Alliance grows stronger every day. You have done well, but make no mistake. Your work has just begun. It's time to redouble your efforts, to sacrifice, and do as your superiors tell you without question. When you grow tired, when you wish it would all end, I want you to think about the madman out there. Archon remains a threat to everything you have ever held dear. Archon is your enemy. Destroy him, or be destroyed.
They have come so far.
Indeed, they have.
They still have far to go. But at this rate, they could one day pose a challenge to the Eternal Empire.
Perhaps. A pity so many of them will have to die.
And there we have it. Okay, so we actually do have a couple of things here that we could take. However, as we can see here, it loses us a little bit of mastery and gains us some endurance, and I actually believe there are some merchants and vendors around here that are going to be incredible for us. So we're going to be attempting to speak to one of them very soon. But as we can see here, Chapter 10 is coming soon. And as we can see on the planet Zakul, a lone anarchist known only as Firebrand lashes out against the oppressive government that holds the entire galaxy in its grip. Firebrand's skills have brought her to the attention of Zaynash's alliance, which hopes to recruit anyone skilled and brave enough to strike against the Eternal Empire. But Firebrand's willingness to sow destruction at every level of Zakulan society may go further than Zaynash is willing to accept. And there we have it. Okay, so otherwise, all we have to do now are a couple of alliance missions, and I am actually spotting something over here that has story arc before it, so I think it may be an idea to speak to this fellow and see what he wants.
You don't look too happy, Theron. What is it?
They were mounting a resistance. Locals, Imperials, they had resources, a plan, a base of operations. Miot was arranging to smuggle weapons. Gone. They're all gone. The Star Fortress over Bathawui vaporized every last trace, every last rebel, and then just moved on like it didn't matter anymore.
I don't know what a Star Fortress is, but I assume it belongs to Archon. Let's obliterate it.
I'd love nothing more, but it's not that simple. Frankly, I've only just gotten up to speed. Bewanego was looking into it. Now he's busy trying to reach out to his fellow Bothans, so this falls on me. The Star Fortresses are battle stations, deadly and pervasive. Arkan's way of keeping the galaxy pliant. So many worlds we can't even contact because of these things. There are dozens, maybe hundreds. We've tried everything to learn about their inner workings. Weaknesses, nothing. And now this. Right now they're suppressing, but that's just to bide their time. I feel it, Commander. Arkan's got a plan for those things. The kind of plan you don't recover from.
Find a way to access one, and I'll tear it apart from the inside.
I'd love to see that. Without the faintest clue of what we're up against, it's a massive risk. All right. We have to do something. I'll go too. Try to make heads or tails so we know how to deal with them.
Let's not waste any time.
Be right there with you, Commander.
Okay, so it appears we have another mission, and this mission is what? It appears to be the Star Fortress? Oh, okay, so wait a minute, what is this? I actually have no idea. Is this a flashpoint? I think it might actually be a flashpoint. Well, shall we go and do that? That might actually be a rather fun experience, just to mix things up a little bit. We haven't done a flashpoint in a very large amount of time, so yeah, let's go to the Alliance base entrance. Well, actually, I think I may be cutting away right now, because what I want to do is I want to actually purchase some gear from some of the vendors, and I will cut back for that, just so that you guys can see what I've actually purchased, and then we'll be heading into the flashpoint, if it is indeed that. I'm pretty sure it is, because otherwise why would it gain a different title here? So, yes, I will see you very soon. Okay, so after a little bit of searching, I have found the merchant that has the Force Lord title on the Outlander Gear Mark IV. Now, as we can see here, most of these give us a huge increase in mastery and endurance, and I do believe I am actually going to be purchasing a couple of these. Most likely going to be purchasing the robe already, as well as the legs, and then we might go for the helm. Doesn't really give us a great difference in comparison to the previous two, so I'm hopeful that I'll be trying to find something here. Maybe the offhand would be an idea. Maybe that. The boots seem pretty good. I'm going to go for the boots, I think. And then maybe the belt. No, the belt is not that good either, so yes, we'll go for the offhand as well. Now, we do have less than 150, as you can see here now, so we have to be a little bit more selective. So I'm going to take a look at my inventory and see what we have right here. Well, we have the chest, legs, boots, and offhand, so we could go for the gloves, which actually does give a reasonable amount of accuracy, endurance, mastery, etc. But is there anything else that gives more? The braces are actually very good, so I suppose I will go for that. What about our currency? What's up here? 147. Okay, so we only have enough for one more piece, and I think I'm going to be going for the gloves. I think that would be pretty cool. Why not? Let's go for that. I could have gone for the helm as well, but as you can see, it really gives minor stat changes. So, yes, that is the gear that I will be changing into, and I will see you once we are in front of Lieutenant Marklow. Okay, so here we are in front of Lieutenant Marklow, and we're going to be accessing the Star Fortress.
Commander, Lieutenant Marklow. I know all about you, of course. Know the kind of things you Sith represent. If I hadn't seen with my own eyes what you'd done for the camp. What I want to say is, on behalf of every Republic grunt on this rock, we're with you against Sakul, all the way. You good to go? Good luck. If you manage to get inside one of those things, blow it apart.
And that is what I plan to do. So let us head in to the Star Fortress, and we are going to be completing it very, very quickly indeed, because of course we must take out, well, they appear to be over every planet that we have, well, that we have in our vicinity, so we are hopefully going to be taking out quite a few of them over the course of our career here, and we're now going to be riding with Theron by the looks of things. And we're going to be apparently using the Never computer to select a destination. So let us do that. Currently in orbit over Odessen, displaying list of known star fortresses. Please input destination. Oh, apparently we cannot go to Bothawui because, well, maybe it's a little bit too powerful, but I wanted to go to that one because that's what they spoke about in the cutscene. Well, nevertheless, I suppose we should start at number 1, and we'll go to Alderaan first.
Setting a course for Alderaan. You think I'm stuffy, Miot? You're in for a treat. Coming out of hyperspace. Miot, stealth maneuver 36. Get us in nice and close.
Oh my, we have stealth capability, I like that. And I think we can probably exit the shuttle now. Seems Theron has nothing else to say to us. Oh, wow. And we actually drop in from a very large height indeed. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what are we going to do here? Okay, we need to find a turbo lift to the upper decks. Let us do that.
Over one of the main observation towers. Should find a lift system in there that'll get you deeper inside. Not sure what's at the heart of this thing. Keep your guard up. I'll be in touch.
Oh yes, thank you very much, Theron. And okay, so what are we going to be fighting here? Well, I assume a lot of sky troopers. That is usually the case with Zakul forces, of course. And we're now going to be heading on out, and oh, okay, we're going to be taking out a couple of these guys already, by the looks of things. I am actually a little bit surprised that there aren't many sky troopers. Well, nevertheless, they are dying relatively quickly, of course. And we must head through the door and, oh my, take out one of these guys, of course. Okay, well, at least we have the opportunity now to deal significant damage with our dots, but of course, the droids still die very, very quickly indeed, so, yes, not much time to get my dots up here, but, oh, here we go, this is going to be good, yes, there we go, we can at least spread the dots everywhere, very nice indeed, I like that, and maybe a nice assassinate here as well, there we are. Okay, so now we can head down here.
Well, if you wanted a sense of the scale of this place, there you go.
Oh my, and it's actually producing new sky troopers. As you can see, these guys around the sides here are sky troopers. The scale of this place is insane. So, yes, it definitely needs to be obliterated, as we stated beforehand. Oh my goodness, wow, that is very impressive indeed for them to actually be even able to construct something of this magnitude in the first place. And now we can take out these guys as well. I'm actually unsure if we are going the right way. Yes, we are going the right way. That is excellent. Very nice. And let's use our assassinate there as well. And whoa, we're being pushed around quite a lot right here. And there we have it. Very nice. Okay, let us head on through. Oh, here we go, here we go. Okay, a nice death field.
Could be you're about to come across some horribly dangerous experiment.
Oh, really? A horribly dangerous experiment? Oh my. Okay, that's never going to be something we want to encounter, of course, but, well, if it gives us some reasonable loot, then who am I to say no? Of course. Yes, yes, there we go. Very nice indeed, and a little flourish just to end that for no apparent reason. Yes, of course. Okay, there we go. We can dot up a couple more units here, just to make sure that we can spread the dot a little bit more effectively, of course. There we have it. They are pushing us back, just bear that in mind, so it is a little bit more difficult to get in range. And here is a Sky Trooper heavy unit as well. Going to try and spread our dot to this particular fellow as well. He's now going up in the air and using high ground. Wow. Does that give him some sort of defensive bonus? I don't think it does, actually. So, okay.
All units, intercept and neutralize.
Ephemeris? What is Ephemeris? I have no idea, but it sounded like maybe the station's computer or something along those lines. It sounded like an AI of sorts anyway, but we're going to hope that we can eliminate him if it is indeed necessary, of course. Maybe we can convert him to our side. Ooh, that would be relatively impressive, wouldn't it? Yes, to be able to actually convert the station and make it our own. That would be very, very nice indeed. And now we have a champion unit, well, an elite unit technically, and we're going to be dealing some damage to it, of course. There we have it, very nice indeed. And now we can, of course, use a little bit of our overcharged saber, because we are apparently without T7 here. Ah, there we are. T7 has now caught up. Excellent. Very nice. And, oh my, the schematic of Ice Scrambler Jerky. Oh yes, this is just the best loot ever. Oh yes, we need to greed on that, of course, because selling that on the market is worth approximately 10 billion credits, if you can believe that. It is not common at all. And if you can't tell, I am being very sarcastic right there, because it is very common. And now we must descend to the Sky Trooper production floor.
Try not to wake anything up down there.
Okay. So does that mean I have to go downwards? Yeah, it appears so. Oh, there's actually a lift. Okay, I was actually just going to jump. Thankfully enough, there is a repair droid there as well, so we can obviously have a good time repairing a little bit here.
Intrusion on Sky Trooper production level. Praetorian unit deployed.
Oh, Praetorian unit, I see. Okay, so the Praetorian unit is no doubt going to be the boss of this section at least. I'm not entirely sure how difficult he is going to be, but at the moment he appears just to summon units and doesn't really appear to be doing much else. As we can see as well, T7 is just absolutely healing us like nothing else, as well as, of course, Viroa, which is another companion that we have not seen yet. And we are going to be then applying some demolish. And hopefully, can we stun this? No, of course not. It is a boss after all. We cannot, of course, stun it. So let's just continue our assassinates against this particular guy. Ah, he is now absorbing everything and using some sort of self-destruct sequence there. Ah, there we are. Now we can take him out. Excellent. Okay, so what do we get here? Oh, wow. Okay, so we actually gained some mastery and shield defense. So I'm going to be passing on that because I am not a defensive character, and we'll just greed on this as well. There we have it. Okay, so, wait a second. Where do we have to head to? Oh, across here by the looks of things. And, whoa, look at all of the, oh my, all of the production of these Sky Troopers.
Hope they don't start mass producing those things. Great work.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I am sure they will start mass-producing those things. That is for sure. Yes, they definitely will do that. But, thankfully enough, not maybe within time, because, of course, that is a prototype as far as I am aware. So, hopefully they do not have the capability to mass-produce it. And now out, once again, into the regular enemies. And we are going to be attempting to take out most of these units. I'm going to try and dot most of them up, and then hopefully that will deal significant damage. Yes, it seems to actually be doing relatively well. There we have it, and maybe we can actually take out those guys as well. And this guy deserves an assassinate. There we have it. Very nice indeed. Okay, so now we can head through the door and make our way to the turbo lift exit. Oh my, here's an elite unit. Okay, so definitely going to have a little bit of trouble with this fellow, as we saw beforehand. I cannot take this guy on by myself, so need some assistance there, that is for sure. But obviously we do have a huge amount of comrades here to help us out, and now we are going to eliminate this guy, focus him down. Nice assassinate there, and there we have it. Very nice indeed. Okay, so now, ooh, okay, a tech staff. That is actually a little bit better than what I'm using, but I'm hopeful that I'll be able to, hopefully, maybe even get some mods that would help us out a little bit, but not entirely sure about that, to be honest. So that is a little unfortunate, isn't it? A little unfortunate indeed. So, yes, we're just going to be making our way on here and taking out these Sky Troopers. Oh, and it appears I've actually been messaged. Oh, okay, so I'm going to be replying to that in just a second after we have eliminated this particular group of Sky Troopers. And there we have it. Very nice indeed. Let us just take out those guys. There we have it. So, yes, I will reply to this, and to save a little bit of time, I will cut away to do so. Okay, so after a significant conversation, we are going to be heading onward and actually dealing with, oh my, a Sky Trooper heavy? Oh my, okay, well, we have dealt with another heavy unit beforehand, so we should be okay here. And we're just going to make sure that we are applying the correct dots, of course, and I think I'm actually going the wrong way. Yes, I am. So let's head back up here. Yes, there we go. Oh, I do actually like the fact that they have increased the radius of a death field. It appears as though they have actually increased the radius, unless I am just hallucinating. It could be that, but no. I am pretty sure that we have a bigger radius with it, which is actually very nice, because before it was, I think, half the size. So you can imagine that it would make it very difficult to actually hit anything with it. So that's very, very nice indeed, I gotta say. I do like that a lot. So let's just continue to deal some significant damage to these fellows right here. And there we have it, very nice indeed. Now we can move on and take out the comms officer, of course. The comms officer is relatively important because obviously we do not want them sending any distress signals. I'm pretty sure they've already probably sent them, but nevertheless, it's a good idea to eliminate those important units. There we have it. Oh my goodness, we're actually deflecting a lot of fire right now as well. I like that. There we are. Take out those guys there, and we can head through this door now as well.
All units, intercept and neutralize.
Okay, we're going to be taking out these snipers and skirmishers and everything, and maybe, just maybe, yes, I can get them all in that death field. That's very, very nice. So let's just take out these guys here, and then we can head on back up and towards the turbo lift exit. Yes, very nice indeed. There we have it. Let's reapply dots to that fellow as well. And a nice demolish. And then we can also attack the Knight of Zakul, another one. Okay, I'm surprised they don't have too many on this particular station. I would have thought that they would have a huge amount of them on here, but nevertheless, I am quite thankful that they don't, because obviously otherwise it would be pretty difficult, actually. Pretty difficult to sustain an attack like this if we only had Knights of Zakul to fight. There we have it. Very nice indeed. Take him down. And we actually do gain a shield, which I will just be greeting, because obviously I do not use it. So, let us now find the turbolift exit, and we're going to be going down or up, or wherever we are going, and, oh, entering the Ephemeris data center.
About Ephemeris. See if you can patch me into its data cores.
Ephemeris alert. Data center breach in progress. Data center defense protocols enacted. All units respond.
Oh my, okay, oh wow. Cyborg? Cyborgs are cool knights, okay. They appear to be experimenting with some rather dangerous equipment here. There we have it, very nice indeed. Take out these guys. Very easy to take out, in fact. Lacerate has their number by the looks of things. And we just need to watch and wait for something else to appear.
Units ineffective. System uplink initiated.
System uplink. The West Ephemeris data core has been exposed.
Computing into one of those units. Interesting move. Creepy, but interesting. Might give us a tactical advantage, actually. Taking it out could disrupt system protocols.
Ephemeris data core compromised. Secondary core engaged.
Aha, I see. Okay, so we have a two-step system right here, and that should be easy enough to eliminate, of course, but we just need to go through a couple of waves of reinforcements, and if they don't throw anything tougher against us at some point, then this is going to be a relatively easy victory.
Rebooting.
And now we must also take on the next core and disable it.
Got a rotating cipher algorithm. Miat, give me a hand here.
Ephemeris alert. Secondary data core failure. System failure. Deploying emergency backup unit. Engaging combat algorithm. Classification, Knight.
Okay. Okay, let's do it. Let's deal some damage to this guy. Wow, that is actually pretty impressive how they actually programmed the AI to give itself a physical backup unit.
Repulsion capabilities ready.
That is very cool. I gotta say, that is very, very cool. And a couple of assassinates will deal with this guy as well.
Emrys, failure inevitable.
Nice work, Commander. Now we'll bypass that shield and...
Welcome to my Star Fortress, Outlander. It will also serve nicely as your tomb.
Can't get at the shield. Something remote. Have to rethink this. Mia, get a lift open.
Okay, so we have to head to the maintenance lift to escape the Star Fortress now, which is just over here. And there it is, the Alderaan Master Slicer and Dicer, and we have completed the Alderaan Flashpoint, well, the Star Fortress Flashpoint, one of them at least, and we are now going to be heading on back to Miot Deng and speaking to him, and hopefully he will have something nice for us. So let us head on into the story area and make our way through the Alliance War Room, of course, and speak to him post-haste. I actually don't know what he's going to be giving us. What is he going to be giving us? Whoa, quite a few amazing things, in fact. 4 different supply crates, and we're going to be, obviously, using those in the next episode as well. So let us speak to him.
I've been sifting through everything you pulled from the Star Fortress. Starting to get a better picture of what we're facing here.
What are we looking at?
Like I thought, the scope of all this is... Actually, forget what I thought. It's beyond anything I imagined. This friendly guy is part of a special order of knights called Exarchs. You kind of met one. Best I can tell, one of them commands each Star Fortress.
Some were with Valkorion and Arkham when I first arrived on Zakul.
Yeah, they've been around a long while. Outside of that, there's not much to say. They have their own ways and agenda. Secretive. All Senya said is that they're devoted to the Eternal Throne, and she'd never, ever want to cross one. Other big piece I was able to work out. The fortress is powered by a massive sun generator, like on Zakul. We could use it to destroy the station, but according to energy readings, the reactor's protected by a remote bunker on the planet's surface.
So we take out the bunker, and then the reactor.
That's tall order. I mean, not impossible, but we need ground forces and we don't have the personnel, unless... Miat's been pulling together reports of distress calls, skirmishes. The idea being we'd eventually follow up on them. Here, these are a start. A handful of worlds under the threat of a Star Fortress, each with potential allies.
I'll make it very clear to them. They can work for us, or they can die.
I wish I could ask you if you were joking, and then you could say, of course I'm joking. These people are already under threat of death. They can't be under threat of more death. You've got to prove that helping us is their best possible option, which it is. They just don't know it yet.
In time, they will do as I say.
If you say so.
And there we have it. So, we will now be meeting with a Resistance fighter, apparently, as that is our next. Wow, okay, we have a lot of alert locations here. I'm not entirely sure what that's about, but I can only assume that that is going to be one of our next things that we can do, and so that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.